First game of the day, and we got the picks and bans Amazonia and Echo Isles out for Infi, Colorful Band's Last Refuge and Northern Isles, and that means Terranistan for Infi, Concealed Hill for Colorful, and Turtle Rock if we go full distance.
Echo Isles ban, we see that from humans more and more nowadays. Really tough to deal with the Warden there in the late game stages. Same can be said for Terranistan, of course. Turtle Rock remains in the pool. Turtle Rock rather than Amazonia. Infi. What's he gonna be playing on Turtle Rock?
Yeah.
That is usually a very tough map for human. Interesting.
It's of course the first map then, not the decider map. So we will be seeing that map right away. So new approach to Turtle Rock, maybe. It's been a classic map reintroduced instead of Twisted Meadows here at the Gold Series. Infi, of course, one of the greatest minds that this game has ever seen. Third most prize money of any player ever. So he must have some solutions if he leaves this in the pool.
Yeah, a lot of hopes riding on Infi, you know. The last couple of months, for long parts of this year, the human inspiration hasn't been there for many human players out there. Normally, it's always TH and Infi that all the humans look towards for answers, for solutions. Infi abandoning the race for a while, and TH also not playing that many tournaments. Not too many replays could be studied. In fact, we saw that reflected in the ELO rankings, where now it is Sock in first place.
Here we go, guys. First match of the day, best of 3, first to 2. In the bottom right, he is a WCG semi-finalist. He's the team captain of the Lao Pao Esports Club. He is Colorful. And his opponent is no other than the current reigning and defending WGL champion. He's the Iceman. He's Infi.
On Turtle Rock, the old map reintroduced for the new season of WGL. Replaced Twisted Meadows, which was kind of understandable to see it move out of the map pool, the map that was by far the most vetoed out of all maps. And we see a Warden first.
Wow.
On Turtle Rock? Normally Warden only is playable on maps where you can power level her hard. Ideally, with mercenaries. Without mercenaries, she's hard to pull off. On this map, there's no mercenaries. And there's no easy level 3 Colorful. With a surprising hero choice here.
Cool. Looking forward to that. I am not the biggest fan of his Warden compared to the Wardens of Foggy and Law Lion. But he's getting better and better and better with her. So I'm really curious what he's able to show us in the first match of the day. Level 3 is really not that easy, but maybe if he goes to the orange one, into the green, into the merchant, that's level 3. And then pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah, if he gets the merchant creep, that could work out, but I would imagine Infi will be playing aggressively. Once he sees the Warden, that should be the goal. Starting off with the Ring of Protection here is not what the Warden wanted. She definitely prefers damage to be able to chase down those kills. Colorful, by the way, got a very, very fortunate spawn. On the bottom left spawn, you can put the Ancient of War next to the Ogres. On no other position is that possible. So a little bit lucky there by Colorful. And Infi, guess what? He's going for the fast expansion. He's not concerned that this is Turtle Rock.
Wow.
And this might be working out because the ward might be a little too late and there's not too many wisps around over here.
That's incredible. I haven't seen that in quite a while. The Dead gets it both.
Oh my god.
There's not too many wisps around, huh? But if you get 2 water elementals with 1 wisp, then you only need 1. This is not too great for Infi. Blink very early committed, and now it's time to slaughter these workers.
1 down right away. And Infi taking a bit of a gamble on Turtle Rock. We talked about it earlier. What's Infi gonna play? He's gonna try the fast expansion, and he did. It seemed like Colorful was too late, but he wasn't. The Warden comes in barely in time, and that Wisp detonate, dude. Oh my god, how juicy. Level 2 for the Warden, double kill on the Elemental, and mana drained on the AM. At least Infi got the item. The belt kind of protects him against the Warden, but Certainly not the best early game for the human.
No, if he had a game plan, banking on that expansion, scratch that, rethink your entire approach to Turtle Rock. He's teching now, and with the rifle buff, that is still very powerful. So don't underestimate Infi. Might not be over, because creeping is not too easy for Colorful, as we said. He needs to get some last hits here. With a good amount of mana, he can go for some steals, another detonate, more experience, Shadow Strike on the Archmage. Just pure hero focus.
AM will have to go for the boots over here. He can afford them. They are ready in the shop, taking heaps of damage. He's thankful for that belt right now.
Yes.
He buys the double boots to take them away from the warden. He's just spent 500 gold.
That's crazy. For every other player, I would say, okay, that is a little panic move as you rapidly dash onto that button. But Infi, I can totally see that was calculated to just have the better movement speed, to not let the warden catch up, because Shadow Strike, of course, is a little bit of crowd control, slows down the enemy, and then the warden can go for some right clicks. That is not the case here.
That is so much gold, though. That halts farm production, footy production, shop production. 500 gold in the early game. And he didn't even sell them yet. I mean, it could be good later to have it on MK plus AM, so they can both run away quick. But it's so many dineros. Great scouting, by the way. The Wisp always where they need to be. Almost got another Water Elemental kill. Colorful, very good here with the Wisp usage early. Warden tanking a lot of damage, but she levels up. And guess what? There we go. That's the level 3. We thought it might be hard to get there, but she managed to do it. The footy is so hurt. Infi taking a risk. Imagine a tele staff right now. The warden jumps in, everything dies, game over.
And she has a tele staff. He could do that, but there's nothing around. Infi at tier 2, going for the Alchemist. This is min-maxing at the very highest level. This must be heal spray first. He leaves the item on the ground.
Yeah, he doesn't have slots anymore.
Ah, true. Oh, the warden
gonna heal everything up.
Well, warden. Check the shop, but not that. It's 2 heal sprays before the first A-click attack of the Alchemist. Gee. I've seen better tournament openings for Infi.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough start over here, but this is Infi. He's a world-class player, and he has had sick comebacks in his life. We are nearing the tier 2 stage, and Infi pushing across the map now. Tech is happening for Colorful. It's too late to cancel the lures, but maybe some wisps.
Okay. Tier 3 is on the way. Lures are up. Dryads are coming. This should be very stable. Warden is just blinking back, taking more of these footmen out. And the Wisp will be juggled. That was well done by Colorful. Quick reaction. He is playing a very, 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 very good game so far.
Yeah, it looks like Infi feels that he just has to get something done, and he's trying to push into the main, but the timing is off. Dude, nothing is working out for Infi this game. And
the Warden, by the way, plus 17.
Yeah. Pretty good for picking off footies.
And that's a TP gone for Infi as well. Is he blocked in?
That is such a disastrous game. Colorful's gonna reach tier 3 pretty soon. He's got bears coming up. He got the shop as well. Ancient of War was lost, which hurts a little bit, but with bears coming soon, he can creep with those, I suppose. Infi now going for the expo creep. But guess what? Colorful's right there! Dude, his map presence is ridiculous this game.
Really, really, really good. There's not too many options for Infi where to go. He has defend now, so he can play against all that piercing damage, but what you can't play against is the Shadow Strike, because the Archmage has nothing. No staff, no TP, no potion. What to do? He's a little lucky that mana is low. Is that a potion forced already? And now the Sorceress is there for slow. Okay. Finally crowd control. Finally a solution. Infi salvaged this well.
Yeah, the Rifles and Priests are strong right now before Colorful has the tier 3 online. Colorful still wants to get something done over here. Only one sorceress. She's doing a good job slowing down the Warden here a little bit, but now she's completely out of mana. And of course, with the focus fire from the Warden and the backline, the priest can be taken out quite easily. Warden dropping low, but she always has that blink. Wants to take out the sorceress as well. And Colorful is bobbing and weaving pretty well. He's going to lose some archers here, but sooner or later you want to rotate out of those anyways.
Yeah, ideally you don't want to give the experience over to Archmage and Alchemist, but that's it. In general, how good is that combo for Infi? It's not a Mountain King. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty decent in the mid-game. On tier 3, it can hit a sick power spike with inner fire upgrades and so on, and a Blood Mage coming in. Yeah. Blood Mage plus Alchemist, infinite healing. But Infi is on one base. He's been under pressure this whole game. He doesn't have a lot of resources. He can't afford tier 3. He's stuck on 2 bases and on tier 2 against a Warden and tier 3 play out of Colorful. If this Warden gets to level 5, and especially level 6, Infi's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, Bear should be around the corner, right? So we're gonna have Reju, more sustain, even more presence on the map. Yeah, there's the first Bear. And the Warden highly enjoys this. But don't count Infi out ever. There's a couple of Riflemen. His control with them is very, very good. He got Sorks, he got Priests. Problem is, no clap against the Bears. Will they dictate the fight? Do they have Master already?
Oh, the shop is very far forward here. That one is probably going to be lost. This means no more clarities, no more mana potions, no more moonstones.
The stat either? Okay, Infi with the towers. Warden and 3 Bears to hold this. Moonwells, not looking too good, to be honest. And it's Fan of Knives now, not Shadow Strike.
Infi trying to get the level up. Alchemist taking a lot of damage, but he had the heal potion. Uses that. Gets back to full health pretty much. Warden though gets level 5. Oh, and you see the Fan of Knives right away. There is heal spray, but now the mana is out for the Alchemist. He's got a mana potion still.
Look at the flank.
Only level 1 heal spray.
Wisp flank in the back on all the casters and the heroes. That was so well done. Colorful and the Wisp. What a love story this is for such a long time. And that was easily defended by very good execution by Colorful. Bears wreck the breakers now. Once they reach the rifles, they got no chance as well. Would love to have a heal scroll now for him or a staff to get them out, but there's no chance.
Warden getting healed up. GG is called. 1-0 for Colorful. And Infi having basically no chance there. That is very rare to see for the human.
This, like, when do you ever see Infi get dominated like this? That's usually not happening. His early game plan ruined and no backup. That double detonate 3 minutes into the game. That made his game.
First Wisp detonate was so crazy, dude. It was so amazing. Came in with the perfect timing and the Warden right after. It was just, beautiful play. There we see Turtle Rock. Definitely can be very rough for human. And, well, Infi decided to veto AZ over Turtle Rock.
Yes.
A little questionable.
Okay, we have seen some turnarounds in these series. Shao Kai took the lead over Fly and lost. Fortitude took the lead over 1-2-0 and lost. Take this with a grain of salt, but Infi is struggling. And this could be the 3rd series in a row that Colorful wins against Infi. The WCG... Wait, no, it wasn't WCG. GTL and DreamHack Asia. Those were the wins for Colorful.
Before that, Infi was on a hot 6 win streak. Here we see the replay. Yeah, that expansion has always been hard to creep. If the Warden shows up, if there's Wisp detonates, it's a lot of damage from these creeps. If you have Defend, it's a lot easier. And then Infi was so far behind, he had to go for double boots. 500 gold in the early. Insanely expensive. A push into the main that really didn't do anything. For a second there at the end push, I was like, oh, maybe this can work. But then level 3 Fan of Knives and was like, no, never mind.
Colorful is not the ultra flashy guy. You don't see many like Zeppelin micro plays or crazy blocks or surrounds from him, but he's doing so many essential things so right. You see the Wisps now on the right hand side, moving them in. The bears are hurt. He's rotating them out for a fresh one. Warden in a good position. Mana management great. And then that's just game. That's just game. He was where he needs to be all the time.
Yeah, beautiful play. The only thing that didn't work out for him is that one wisp in the top right getting killed. Imagine if that one survived. The Warden staffs there, get 6 footies. That would have been a thunderous end to map number 1. But here we have the maps remaining now. Infi's choice. Terrana Stand will be our second map, and if we should go to a third, it would be Concealed Hill. And, well, we already saw the Warden on the first map, and Terrana Stand, well, that is the Warden hometown.
Yeah, this will probably not change. And Colorful, as much as I favor other Wardens over his, he is so great in creeping the Merchant early, get a Tele staff over, and harass. That is what I think he does best. He then falls off a little bit and oftentimes doesn't continue the pressure onto human economies, which I think he can improve still. But that's another great angle of attack for Colorful early on to keep the Mountain King low, which will probably be the first hero for Infi.
Yeah, usually the early game on Terrana Stand is pretty much set in stone for the build, MK versus Warden, fast Merc Camp creep, and so on. But with level 2 onward, especially from the Night Elf side, there can be a lot of deviation, a lot of creativity being brought in. We see very different builds from the top Night Elves out there: Colorful, Warden, Lawlight, Foggy. There's just a Warden. With their Warden. For example, Foggy has been doing stuff like going to the middle, creeping one camp, then moving across, then stealing the enemy staff away, harassing lightly against the peasants, then staffing back. Others go for heavier creeping with double Ancient of War. Lawlight, I think, is the greatest at utilizing double Ancient of War. What he can do with that is absolutely amazing. What these two can do now on map number 2, we're going to see in a moment. Infi, he got a bit of a reality check. Colorful shows him on map 1 what's up and asks him, well, how well has that undead practice been working out for you, buddy?
Not in a good mood at all. And Colorful, he can be very, very proud of the first map. But that was just the first step of the 2 that are necessary. This is what it's about, the Staff of Medivh. We got Infi, the Iceman, in the upper left. Is he shaken up by Turtle Rock, or does he say, okay, this map is definitely not mine. It's okay. Let him take the lead. I'm gonna tie this up. I'm gonna take the series from here on maps that I know that I can play and that are more common and colorful. Can he do this? Can he be better than Shao Kai and Fortitude yesterday, being the underdog, taking a lead?
We'll find out together. Mountain King first against the Warden. Okay, nothing surprising here. Nobody's going for a hard counter. You can try to do that by playing a Demon Hunter, but it's really hit or miss. If you get Stormbolts surrounded and you're out of the battle, and then suddenly you are left with a semi-potent hero in the late game. So Warden versus Mountain King. On Terrana Stand, we see this matchup a ton. In many other matchups, it's very often vetoed because very good for expanding, very good for mercenaries. It's naturally better for Night Elf and Human. And for that reason, we see it vetoed in many other matchups out there. What we saw also a lot in the past in these 2-base games is quite a few tanks being mixed in from the humans. But nowadays, tanks give a lot more experience, which is especially dangerous against the Warden. So, is that still the meta? Or is there something else we're going to be seeing?
Do you want a super high level Warden thanks to the... what's it? Nerf on the XP? Tanks give more XP. Do you want to feed the Warden with that? Not too sure. Second hero for Colorful, definitely a question. Oh, Lightning Shield on the creeps. Once again, not the greatest start. Is it Panda? Is it Tinker? Is it something entirely different? So, fan of... No, not yet. Fan of Knives committed already, so no Shadow Strike early. There we go. Mantle. Once again, Colorful continues to have great items. Scroll the Beast. Okay. Do we see a second Engine of War at the shop? We do.
Sometimes we see those Ancients of War getting cancelled if the footy scouted very early, but he was harassing there with the Shadow Priest, so the Ancient of War should be safe. Scroll of the Beast could maybe be utilized well with a couple of archers and mercs. But, yeah, not necessarily so reliable. Big healing, big mana, definitely a lot better there. Especially the big mana potion, of course. Neither of them found that. The MK with the mantle and the one of mana steal. Not bad, though. He loves mana himself. He's calling the militia again. Fast expansion. That much we know.
Okay. Let's see what he can get here. Is there... Okay, there's one Wisp on the right-hand side. Stealing mercs. Not yet. Might not be available. Hiding a little from that farm. Okay, there it is. Berserker. Of course you can staff onto that. And the Berserker, he has some good damage.
Kalvo went for double Berserker, I believe. Yes. Oh, Infi used the staff but cancelled it. Wow. Did the footy die? No. Footy's still alive. I think he just misclicked.
And again, his early game plan is ruined. Just like on Turtle Rock, when he wanted to expand, doesn't work. Here on Terraner Stand, he wants to harass, doesn't work either. But this time there is no one else to blame but him.
That's a big mistake. Maybe
look at Infi's face. Biting his lip. That's kind of rare to see.
Oh, good scout though. Look at this. The footies saw the Wisp and the staffing in Warden. She's very close to level 3 and getting Stormbolt surrounded. Blinks out. That is a bit more mana. Oh, beautiful sentry here being placed.
And that's half a fan of knives. Warden not level 3 is an issue. And now Infi controls this a lot better. Dodges the next attack. But yeah, that's an entire fan of knives. That's only blink and no damage.
The Warden kept focus across the map though. This means that the next green camp can be started, and that's going to be level 3 for her finally. Also time for the tech to come up, and the dangerous thing for Night Elf is really when the Mountain King is staffing across the map, pressuring and killing all of your mercs before you get Dryads. Once tier 2 is reached and Dryads come out, the Night Elf claims a lot of map control and can do a lot more. It's the dangerous parts before that where it can be in a lot of trouble. Like, for example, Johnny Cage showed us against Foggy not too long.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Engine of War in position, but it's a very typical position. So once again, Colorful not reinventing the wheel with creep routes, just going for what's established by Lolite, Foggy, and others. And Infi is, of course, prepared for the standard. And here comes a little footman run by, and Infi, one of the scariest players, with a bunch of footmen and an MK, easy expo cancel.
How expensive is this going to be? How much experience is the Warden going to get here is the question. Mountain King could definitely aim for these Berserkers for that reason. Colorful sent them away very quickly. He surrounds the Warden, but she's got a fan of knives. That can hurt very quickly. Shadow Priest is taken out. The Warden is next to the Moonwells. She should be fine. MK has so much mana still. He could kill the mercs. He can't kill the Warden.
Maybe a little unnecessary losses here. Tech on the way. After this expansion. Colorful's expansion was delayed for a long time. And so far, I don't see a new Tree of Life coming up. Is he building it in the base now? No, right?
I think that's the shop. What we see a lot from Night Elves nowadays, if they don't get the expansion up early, they tech to tier 3 instead, get a lot of experience on the Warden, and then at some point later expand on the spot and stay in the game with a high-level Warden, finding plenty of kills. So far, Infi did a good job not feeding the Warden too much. She's 3.5, but it's really level 4, where she becomes very mobile, and of course level 5, where the damage stacks up.
Not very close yet. Dryads are coming, indeed. Engine of War is ready. What can Infi really do with his Mountain King and 2 footmen here? Just stall time for his tech, right? And lose as little resources as possible, distracting, buying time, and he's doing that very well.
So here we have the Dryads coming out. This is the crucial time in the mid-game. Now a lot of map control for Colorful. It's going to be very tough for Infi to do anything. If he has a lot of footies, like let's say 7 plus a few mercs and defend, he can contest pretty well. But Infi has no mercs. He didn't get any Berserkers in the early game. He lost his Shadow Priest, but he did get a Zeppelin and a Shredder. That's pretty cute. Being annoying with that in the main. Trying to hunt for some Wisps, but good repositioning here by Colorful as well.
Can't really do too much against the Zeppelin itself, but now some right clicks. But he's contained on his third of the map, or even quarter of the map, for a long time. No creeping, no expanding, no additional mercs or something.
Yeah, Colorful needs to start taking out this expansion, but first he's gonna go for the lab. Ancient of War was waiting there for a long time. Was asking his friends, when are you finally gonna show up? And now they do here at daytime. This is gonna be the Warden level 4. MK should also be getting level 4. Big item from this camp, by the way. Can make a big difference. Sobi Mask would be the best for the Warden.
Yes. Okay. Get a Talisman of Evasion, Scourge Bone Chimes. If he goes Knights, tremendous. Warden on the other side, more intelligence. That's plus 11 already. It's a lot of mana. And now, Colorful, are you finally going for the Echo Harass with that Zap? Infi scouts it.
Oh, important scout. If he doesn't see that, that drop could hurt him bad at the expansion, depending on how many towers there are. We haven't seen the expansion for Infi yet, but if he has less than 3 towers there, a drop could be deadly. At the moment, the Warden doesn't want to drop. She keeps on creeping. Ancient of War usage can be tremendously effective on
Griffin Aviary. We've seen this quite a bit recently on Terranas Stand. Plus the tier 3 tech. What's he playing? There's also a workshop. It's not triple Griffin Aviary or something, right? So it's not Mass Hawks. Begin
Warden 4.6. Still could fly over and drop at the expansion. Colorful is considering it right now. Oh, and he's gonna do it. Infi is scouting for it, though. He's got a Zeppelin watching. But, dude, all these footies are half dead already.
Yeah, this time there's no Alchemist to say, but there's 2 towers. Okay, up to 3, but with 2 bears, that's not a problem at all. Fan of Knives comes in, might to blink as he's blocked behind the bears. Now with an invul potion to not get burned by the arcane. He wants to get a lot of kills here. The Berserker died though, a little unnecessary. Maybe Zeppelin play comes in. That Zeppelin crashes. And the Warden has to TP out very, very soon. Level 5 first Dragonhawk in as well. Oh, probably not saving that bear. The Shredder gets taken out. And lots of corpses. Who is this better for? Oh, Warden got a lot of experience. 5-5.
Yeah, if Colorful had an expansion, I think this would be wonderful for him, but he doesn't. There's still no expo.
There's a dot on the upper left-hand side of the forest. That should be a Tree of Life.
And now he's level 5. Now with Blink Fan, he can be really obnoxious. Good thing is, Infi still has that Zeppelin. Very important to keep the peasants safe against the Warden. Now that she's level 5, the Warden can also create a lot of space. Maybe the time for a second hero.
And then what? Tinka, Panda. There's not too much experience on the map anymore, though. Both labs are gone. Only the upper right expansion is still there. It's not an easy choice. It's a Tinka.
The Warden trying to make her way into the main base. Peasants will be in trouble. Blink, Fan. Anti-magic is there. Oh, but look at the Zeppelin reaction. So fast by Infi.
So far, so good. Paladin third for some healing. But again, that was some mining time.
The question is, does he also have a Zeppelin at the expansion? Because the Warden can just blink in there as well if she wants. Tinker creeping at the natural. Tree of Life should be making it over soon. It's going to be a fast level 2 for him.
I feel this Tinker is going to be a liability. What can he really do? Level 1 rockets. That doesn't do anything. I feel like he needs more damage. But how to feed him is the question. Close to level 6 with the Warden.
Yeah, her ultimate can be wonderful against air, with spirits being summoned with piercing damage. For that, of course, they need to be corpses.
Yeah. Air
but if you have dryads, usually you have a lot of corpses.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he's going Hippogriffs against Dragonhawk. That can be dangerous with the Shackle, but with
Dispel?
Cluster Rockets, maybe that works out.
Yep.
I don't know.
Also Dispel, right?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, can you Dispel the Shackle?
No.
Sure. Ah, you can silence. Yeah, okay. So you need a cancel, not Dispel.
Good levels on Infi. Look at that. MK level 5. Blood Mage level 3. About to be. Mountain King taking a lot of damage. Doesn't want to use the Ankh yet. We do have a tank coming in.
Oh,
the newly
yeah.
nerfed Siege Engine.
Infi with the tanks. That is a familiar picture. But it's just one. It's a little bit distraction. It's a lot of scouting. The tank will arrive, and Colorful, please be better than the European Night Elves and the American Night Elves and upgrade Nature's Blessing.
The double Zeppelin to keep these peasants safe. Infi doing such a great job. Now he's returning the favor, applying some pressure himself across the map. His army isn't that big yet, but strong heroes here.
Yeah,
And
feels
the Warden,
like Infi is warming up, slowly but steady.
And the Warden was missing here for a long time. That tank, lots of experience. Remember.
Move the Warden away, though. Only going to the Tinker. Level 3 for the Tinker is almost equally as important as level 6 Warden. But of course, with a couple of Peasant Corpses and the ultimate, an expansion can be wrecked. Is there an approach for a third base? I think not. He's moving there, but not with workers.
Supply lead for Infi. And these strong heroes. Infi very hesitant to go in. He doesn't want to overextend. I wonder what the upgrades on the Dragonhawks are. They should be pretty good. Infi's been sitting on these two bases for a long time. 0-0 on the Bears.
Of course, big supply lead, but Dragonhawks not the best fighting unit. Here we go. 1 aerial shackle, 2 aerial shackle, 3 aerial shackle. And where's the rockets? Need them quick to interrupt this. Okay, here we go. That's exactly how Colorful wants it, but reapplied immediately. You can't spam the rockets. You need to spam the rockets, but doesn't hit all of the shackling Dragonhawks, and now the hippos are all gone.
Colorful definitely in trouble. Infi, big supply lead here now. Colorful close to 2 level ups though, and that is, oh, almost level 6 Warden. He needs 1 more kill for the level 6. Gets it. Doesn't have the mana at the moment though.
Ooh, needs to move back. There was big supply drops for Colorful. The Tinker doesn't look too hot either. Is there a way to save him? Staff is on cooldown. Oh, the passive might be saving him. And now there's mana for more cluster rockets.
Warden needs to get a mana potion. Needs to get this ultimate fast. And the ultimate could do a lot. There's plenty of corpses around thanks to his own losses.
Yeah, he's basically recycling his army.
Tinker close to 3. That Warden ultimate. We've seen it win many games. Is this one of those games? Warden mana though looking really low. The Moon Juice barely did anything after the ultimate being summoned. This expansion, I think it's gonna fall.
Oh, can he do something about it? The Paladin is about to drop, is committing to this though, and with the tank arriving, that's definitely a kill. He's trying his very, very best to hold on to that export. That doesn't work. Level 3 for him. That's the Paladin wiped out. No more Holy Light, no more healing, and Colorful. He's just pushing for the heroes as it seems. Blood Mage down to 30%. Oh wait, there was an Ankh? Oh, he swapped the Ankh to the Paladin. Nicely done.
It might just barely be enough here for Infi. He can't deal with the ultimate, but with the rest he can deal fairly well. These strong heroes really making the difference. The level 5 MK, the level 3 Paladin, and level 3 Blood Mage, and the Paladin also doing what he can. In the meantime, we have an expansion coming up bottom left. We have towers there already. And the Warden ult, perhaps not good enough this time.
Okay. The hero levels are really good. He's gonna get level 3 Paladin very soon. Colorful 50 supply. heroes are great. They definitely, like, the army is worth more than 50 supply, that's for sure. And the Dragonhawks not really worth the 66 supply they got. But once the third base is up, that's usually the knockout.
Warden wants to go peasant hunting again, but these Zeppelins still in position. I wonder if Colorful shouldn't have brought in the Hippogriffs when he was Warden harassing. This is something we see a lot from Lawliot. When he jumps in with the Warden, there's 2 Hippogriffs there as well, and those take out the Zeppelin, and then the peasants are fodder once more.
Could just split 2 Dragonhawks to babysit the bases, and then that wouldn't be working anymore. Not sure. There's another Ankh, by the way, so if you can swap it again, Hero Focus might not be the best choice. He swapped it to the Paladin, so the focus point is the Blood Mage at the moment. Rockets hit, but it's not the longest stun in the game.
Nice staff usage here as well. We have the double staff now by Infi. He's getting a lot of value out of his army. The Dragonhawks, they don't do that much damage, but they also don't provide corpses for this avatar.
Tickling can be torture. Infi is pulling back. Now with the expansion established, a little bit of poison damage, probably another cluster rocket spam. No, not even that. Infi is not losing anything really of value.
It's finally nighttime again. Colorful was waiting for that for a long time. Now he has natural moon juice regen once more. Still got plenty of gold, by the way. Anti-magic for the Warden could be very valuable.
Fan again, trying to block a little. Big damage on the Blood Mage. But okay. Infi is controlling this now. Oh boy, is that a comeback. Early game again wasn't the greatest for him, but at one point he absolutely took control. Colorful gave him quite some time to establish tier 3 triple hero. As he was focusing on the Warden. That's what I mean. Like, his mid-game Warden isn't the very best.
Colorful going into upkeep. Does he want to take a fight here soon? Against a Mountain King with full mana. These high-level heroes, not gonna be easy. Okay, and we even have Griffins coming in now against the Bears.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Like, we don't have Clap still. Very, very late. It's just the Stormbolt to control the Warden and get big single target damage. But the Griffins, they will wreck these Bears. There's very limited anti-air still. And you kind of have to focus on the Dragonhawks first. It's a super tough game at this point for Colorful.
Nice banish there by the Blood Mage as well. It's getting healed. The damage is stacking up now, though. There is heal scrolls still available for Infi. May have to use them. Doing a great job here, keeping his Dragonhawks alive as much as he can. He may have to abandon this at some point, but he's still staying in this. Another heal scroll being used, and Infi taking a good fight, and now there's no mana anymore on Colorful's side.
Yeah, he has the 20 supply lead. I think if he kills the Avatar once, then that's game. Colorful is throwing everything at him with trees, using all the Moonwells, using all the items, but oh, damage stacking up again. All the Dragonhawks clumped up. Can he spam another rocket round? Ah, it's close. It's not that expensive. Oh, Siphon again. This Blood Mage is doing work here.
So many kills. And Rides, of course, give plenty of experience. That Paladin. He's got the Ankh.
Ah, I got the Ankh. Ah! There's the trigger. Yeah, Infi identified Colorful's weaknesses very, very well on this map and exploited them. Slow mid game. This expo cancel, absolutely crucial. He could never unfold his game afterwards again. Like, maybe you should expand earlier again after it got cancelled the first time. Like, brute force your second base.
Yeah, I think you should have, once he was level 3 or 4 Warden, just creep that camp with everything you have, move the Warden, the army there, and Ancient of War, use Fan of Knights, creep this fast, and then expand on the spot, and try to distract in the meantime. But, I don't know, maybe there wasn't a great window for that.
Slowly but steady bleeding out. Next fan. We're getting close to Cosmodan ready. Remo, get the shout box ready.
He still doesn't have clap, by the way. Isn't that crazy?
It's yeah, well, I mean, why?
Gosh.
If you have Griffins, it's fine. And there was never a big number. Like, the max supply for Colorful was what, 55?
Yeah. He had like 5 bears at some point, but he wasn't too worried about them, I guess. And now he's choking him out. Nothing left for Colorful. He's still got the Warden. She's certainly the strongest piece in his army, but she's not strong enough anymore. Out of mana. Out of chances. Infi's gonna equalize.
Definitely. Cool to see that his game plan works out in the end. Victory for Infi, and once more, we go full distance for the 3rd time in this tournament on day 2. Yeah, he was a little tilted early on after canceling the staff and getting lightning shielded at the very first creep spot. But this is Infi for you. Infi in a nutshell. Things can go wrong once, twice, 3 times. He always finds a way back.
Yeah, great game by Infi here, doing everything right, being the right space at the right time. That tele staff at the beginning, that was a clear error from his side, but everything else was looking really good. Especially the scouting around, being aware that the Warden could come in. 2 times, very crucially, he saw the Warden moving in towards his peasant and prevented too much damage going towards them. In the late game stages, when he couldn't protect his peasants with his army anymore, when the army was out on the map, then he had Zeppelins to keep the peasants safe. Double Zeppelins to make sure the economy was intact. Great game by Infi, doing it without the mass tanks, doing it with the Dragonhawks, which can be really, really tough. That style can work out well if you do it well, but can also fall apart very fast. From other Night Elves like Lawlight, nowadays we see Panda much more than Tinker against this mass air style. A lot more damage that the human has to deal with. Especially the Hippogriffs, I'm not so sure about. In theory, yeah, you can stun the Dragonhawks with the rockets, so they can't shackle. But usually there's always going to be some Dragonhawks left. They never all get stunned normally.
Yeah, I think the plan was nice, but after the first 2 attempts, he saw, okay, what I had in my head wasn't really working out that well. And yeah, there was, at that point, no way back, really. Colorful tried his best, not giving up too lightly, but now CH. This is not a Warden map.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very different game. Concealed normally always means keeper first, but Colorful is one of those few Night Elves out there who still loves playing Demon Hunter when it is viable. Is it viable on Concealed? Questionable. We don't really see it much there. The only map where Demon Hunter against humans still seems to perform well is Amazonia, where he gets level 2 right away and some items right away.
Here we see the highlights. Yeah, Shackle, and it lasts for a long time. No rockets on them and reapplied immediately. And the rockets are too late and not on the right target. Didn't cancel it really.
I think the Hippos are a bad choice. Maybe he decided to go for them before he saw Dragonhawks. But then why go for Hippos if you're not trying to prevent air? I like 1 or 2 Hippos just to pressure the Zeppelins. But double wind and 4 Hippos doesn't seem like the right call.
Yeah, it was a little too much, maybe. And again, I say this almost every time Colorful plays Terrana Stand. Very, very limited damage against workers. Infi was super good with the Zeppelins there. Maybe he thought, okay, he's too prepared. This doesn't work, but I feel like you have to slow down the human more to not let his tier 3 unfold, because then you had mass air and you saw exactly what happened.
Yeah, he almost did it when he got that level 5. He was creating quite a bit of space across the map. If there's only 1 Zeppelin, not 2, then Infi's going to have a much, much harder time. And that's where these hippogriffs should have been brought in aggressively. At that point, he had some hippos, but he kept them safe on his side. Well, he's gonna have his map choice now as the last one. Concealed Hill, pretty big map, hard to expand. A map with fountains as well, where especially Keeper and Mountain Giants can look quite impressive at times.
Okay, this is gonna be something. Is it Keeper? Is it Demon Hunter maybe? Colorful, a wonderful, wonderful Demon Hunter player, but maybe not really in this matchup. If there's nothing crazy going on, there should be a Keeper. And Infi, expansion or not?
Yeah, what it certainly won't be is a Warden. This map is horrible for the Warden, by far the worst. We have seen it before by Lawlight, but that was a Lawlight special. Another hero that's very popular for Night Elf nowadays is the Beastmaster. We see him a lot on Last Refuge, even on Terranastan nowadays. But normally you play him to creep level 3 very quickly, hire mercenaries, and then play with a lot of tempo, which is not really possible in Concealed. First of all, because there's no Mercamp, and second of all, even with the Bash Bear, you can't creep level 3 very fast. It's a very tough level 3 creep route on Concealed unless you rush the natural right away. Something that the human can do with Militia, the Night Elf can't really. But if you do that, you're also going to be open to harass, because those peasants are going to take some serious damage.
Okay, our two competitors are ready in the studio in Shanghai. The trophy already set up. Who's gonna grab them? If Infi wins this tournament, man, he's getting real close to surpassing Lin as the second best player in the history of this game, surpassing Lin. So there might be a little bit of a storyline between these two legends. We got game 3. Who's advancing to the winner bracket final, where he will meet the winner of Moon and Foggy, who will play next. In the bottom left, we got Lao Pao Esports Club's Colorful, and in the upper right, we got the reigning WGL champion, Infi.
Really curious what we're going to be seeing here now. Fast expansion, usually what we see most of the time nowadays from top humans. That's in fact how Infi won last WGL, playing Fast Expo against the Night Elves there in that tournament. But since then there was a patch, and rifles have once again been buffed. Oh, it's a Demon Hunter, by the way.
Whoa.
The Colorful special. He's playing Demon Hunter, still believes in the demon. I am very skeptical of that hero nowadays, but Colorful is definitely one of the best, if not the best, Demon Hunter versus human player in the world. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, rifles. Are you playing one base push with that again? Infi and TH for a long time terrorized all the Night Elves out there with their tier 2 rifle push. Is that gonna be the play, or is it gonna be a fast expansion? Infi is gonna show us where this game is gonna go.
Quite exciting already in the winner bracket semifinal here. First round. Of course, if you lose, you still have the fallback net. But you don't want to really play Moon or Foggy there. It's so hard, this group. We will see. How well will this Demon Hunter work? When is the timing push of Infi? Will he go to 2 bases as he oftentimes did in his career? Ring of Protection, not the greatest start. Colorful is creeping fast with the 2 spots at the same time. It's going to be level 2 very early on.
Pretty cool how Infi also had the Water Elemental way in the back. He knows that the Wisp Detonate can be a dangerous thing. So he played it safe, made sure he wasn't going to get punished there. Demon Hunter should get a level 2 very quickly here. With the Circlet and Cloak. Good items. Cloak has been finding more and more usage. I am convinced that this is a straight up good item nowadays. As Infi keeps creeping, he very much seems to be going for an expansion here. And Colorful hasn't chosen Mana Burn yet. Neo, is this going to be the infamous Colorful Immolation play?
You sound like you're making fun of me, but Colorful is maybe the one player in the world who uses Immolation the most. But now it's Mana Burn, and it's not happening, unfortunately.
2 Wisps around the expansion, so Detonates could once again come in. Is he going to spot them both? He saw the 1 Wisp, not the other one around the corner, and now it's nighttime. Now it's harder to see that one. Archers will be coming in. And here we have the peasants. Wait. He's just creeping this with Militia? No way.
What? Oh, there's a Wisp. Not the double detonate this time. It gets sniped! sniped!
Oh!
Colorful.
Big mistake.
Yep, that needs to be a detonate a lot earlier. There's reinforcements coming. But this is rough now. So many militia invested. Water Elemental falls. It was double archer. There wasn't even a wisp. And the Demon Hunter, oh no, Cloak of Shadows, yeah, but taking so much damage. Infi taking control of the series now. This is a TP for sure.
It is a good delay of the expansion, though. Lots of peasants hurt over here, and the Demon Hunter can actually just walk it off.
Okay.
Make it to the fountain.
It's nighttime then. The pressure will continue, and almost another kill. New militia called. This is expensive. This is a late tech. Needs the healing in now, though.
Finally, the camp cleared, and the AM hits level 3. Hopefully a better item for him now. And militia will start setting up the expansion. What's the second hero going to be? For Colorful is the question.
Yeah. Panda? Early pressure? Naga? Alchemist?
All viable options. Oh, the AM leaves the expansion. The Demon Hunter could run up there right away. Oh my god, if Colorful knew. But he doesn't know. Ancient of War now spots the human moving in, and that might be some Ancient of Lore cancels over here.
Didn't get a staff, only the boots. Naga it is, and he's buying her at the upper right tavern. He doesn't want to defend, he just wants to be aggressive.
Demon Hunter against the peasants. Expansion not quite finished yet. Peasants still quite vulnerable, but Moonwells will be falling for this. Would love to see some proxy lores on the right side of the map. Some peasants going down. Both players taking a lot of damage. Who's taking more? Oh man, these Moonwells are going down quick though.
This is reminiscent of Johnny Cage vs. Foggy in DreamHack Europe just a couple of days ago. This immediate base trade on the early stage of Tier 2. How many Moonwells can you afford to lose? This is the last one. There is a building. Yeah, proxy lores. No, proxy Moonwells. Okay. Maybe a lore on the right-hand side. This is
Infi lost peasants, but Colorful lost all of his Moonwells. I think this is way better for the human.
I would tend to agree. Going for the Archmage now. TP was just used. There's no tier 2, so he can't go for potions. Demon Hunter chasing with the boots. Archmage has boots as well. And the Footman constantly threatening the surround of the Nagas, so there needs to be some stutter stepping. There's a lot of Footmen now.
Colorful still very far away from having any Dryads, by the way. And it's so hard to deal with these footies. If there's no Keeper, if there's no Beastmaster, footies are straight up super tough to deal with.
Yeah.
There's one lore finishing over there. He can go for Dryads, but I imagine Defend must be coming in very soon, if it's not even done already.
I agree. So now more Moonwells. Colorful can finally build some units again. That's going to be the first Dryad of the game. Second lore in the base, but Infi keeps on pushing. Gets value out of his Footman. This should be easy to push there, the double Moonwell on the left-hand side. Okay, and Expo is up. When is Infi able to tech?
That lore is going to be going down. No repair over here, no army to protect it. And now we see the tech starting.
And then, was that a lumber mill or a blacksmith already? Double Rex rifles can be incredibly strong. So with all this defense that Colorful has to do, Infi can mine from 2 bases, uncontested.
Rough game for Colorful. Infi after a troublesome first map coming in full swing. I was kind of worried for his human shape here after seeing map 1, but on map 2 and 3 he shows how competent of a player he really is. This Demon Hunter first. Yeah, he's been chasing down some footies, but even in the hands of Colorful, just doesn't seem like the strongest hero against human nowadays.
Never got level 3. He's getting close, but Infi always has the region running. And there's the blacksmith. He knows rifles are there. So will he rush Mountain Giants with this? Can he even rush Mountain Giants with this?
Yeah, it's a super difficult position for Colorful. If he had an expansion on the way, he could save himself into a super strong late game army, but that's not the case. He's going to tier 3 now, but once again, Infi's coming in. He just isn't letting up here with this pressure. And again, Infi and his footmen.
Yeah, right.
Insane.
It's
How much
so
value you
good.
can get out of them.
So good. TH as well in the wildcard qualifier when he was playing against Night Elf and not as a Night Elf. Footmen were just the key to victory. You almost need no other unit if it's in the hands of these two. Oh, Demon Hunter surrounded. They are so sturdy. They're so tanky. Impressive how Infi turns it up to 11 after this crushing defeat on Turtle Rock.
Rough game.
Ooh, Shredder. Infi gets the block. Of course he gets the block. Yeah. Yeah, that's an expensive
Oh my
surround.
god.
That was a sick unit movement. And now with defend. How can you deal with them? You don't even have to deal... of course you have to deal with them, but... You don't even have to push further. You're on 2 bases. You're safe. Usually you should be defending. And you get the big pickups.
This game here in Concealed is a Class A example of why we don't see too much Demon Hunter nowadays. If you have Warden or a Keeper, you can kill off footies way easier. Whether it be Shadow Strike, Fell Knives, or Entangle, you have good answers against Footmen. Demon Hunter right clicks are okay, but simply not all that much. And the amount of pressure that the human can put on you with Footmen is tremendous. The primary reason why Demon Hunter isn't played that much anymore. As I said though, Colorful is a great Demon Hunter player, but in this game, it doesn't seem to be enough. Infi always putting on pressure and is now macroing up to his heart's content. Tier 3 is going to be finishing here soon. And then Rifles, Triple Hero, Inner Fire Rifles, let's go.
Okay, we got strong heroes on Colorful side, but there's absolutely no army at all. And now with the tier 3, he can easily go into Knights, so not even Mountain Giants are too strong or too tanky. Stormbolt, no staff. Might force an invul. Oh, mana burner, okay. Thought the Mountain King was able to block a little more. Good sidestep by Colorful. Infi is enjoying this now.
Understandably so. Great game for him. Colorful trailing here still with a massive deficit. Infi doesn't have that much gold here yet. He invested a lot into infrastructure. Also went for heal scrolls and such. Lots of footmen obviously as well, from which a lot went down. But now we have the double racks. And just a handful of rifles, not too many, just to have something against Dryads. And then it's going to be going into Knights, where already some upgrades are ready.
Yeah, don't want to take any tension away, but this is going to be an absolute destruction. Once Infi is ready, he's going to jump up to 70 supply very, very soon. He's building the farms already. He has 1k in the bank. Colorful, notoriously broke. This might be one of the last moments where he actually has a shot. Mana burn for 62 prevents the Stormbolt. Yeah, he needs to smash this fight with Micro out of the world, and Infi needs to mess something up. Then he might be able to get back.
Stormbolt on the Warden. The Naga, excuse me. She's surrounded, but nice transfer. With the invul, she's going to be safe for a little while longer. Yeah, Colorful needs to find a ton of kills here, but there's going to be a TP. This AM gets out, and honestly, not even too many footmen went down. Infi was able to hold his own there pretty well. And now we have Knight upgrades coming. We're going to have a Paladin soon.
Yep.
And Infi can rush up to 70 if he wants.
He's a little greedy. Doesn't want to pay upkeep. That's why he's going for the upgrades. Not really necessary to go for Sundering Blades. There's no Mountain Giant. I don't think there's even a Mountain Giant, like, anywhere near. Doesn't even have the Moonwolves for the 70 supply. Yeah, Infi, why break upkeep if you don't have to?
Gold looking good. Lumber looking good. Colorful still stuck on one base. He has at least level 50 supply now, Colorful does, with good hero levels. But the thing is, Infi is going to be shooting up in supply very soon. There we see it. Finally, Infi breaks into upkeep the first time this game at 13 minutes. He saved a lot of gold. But now, give him another 2 minutes or so, and then the human army is gonna be crazy powerful.
The human army is better than your army? Is that what you're saying?
We heard that before. It's certainly gonna be tough for Colorful here to deal with what Infi brings to the table. He needs a big item for the red camp. He already found the Scourge Bone Chimes. That was very good for the demon and the knights. The bears. What now? Khadga's pipe.
Okay. RNGesus wants to make this close. Level 4 Demon Hunter, also powerful.
For every other army in the game, it's amazing. For Demon Naga, it's pretty good. It's good for the bears as well, kind of. But
Sort of Dispel. It's fine. Yeah, it's good. Like,
it's not as insane as in other cases, but it's not bad. Is it good enough? Or is Infi gonna steamroll here as we expect? The Paladin is out. 68 supply. 2-1 upgrades on the Knights. Colorful still only at 50, but he could himself go up to like 65.
oh, that Demon Hunter is surrounded again. Staff on the Naga this time. The winner bracket final in the round of 16 group stage could be Moon versus Infi. Isn't that nuts? Love this group.
Spicy game.
Almost maxed out Infi now. With more and more knights. And what's the answer to knights? Yeah, exactly. Do you want to go Chimeras?
Very strong heroes or Chims, yeah. Certainly not enough gold for Chims this game. And Demon is strong. So is the Naga, but there's no Keeper Entangle. There's no Breath of Fire. Colorful trying to creep, but again, Infi with the creep jack. How many creep jacks have there been? And how much pressure has Infi put on this game? It's completely ridiculous.
Too many, yeah. He was rarely moving on his side of the map after the initial creep of the expansion. And not playing passive, using the footman, rush into the base. And yeah, thinking that sacrificing Moon Worlds is a good idea. I don't know what Foggy and Colorful are thinking. In my opinion, not worth the trade. Super expensive units, buildings. Block you supply-wise. The first Dryad was incredibly late because of that.
Now, if he just TP's back, though, also he's in a defensive position. He's not getting stuff done. He was in a really tough spot.
Well, he still is. Didn't get any better from there.
So many Knights.
Yeah, Knights are fast. Knights are strong. Knights have inner fire. Oh, we do have a nice front line now. 2 mountain giants, but on the bottom side, so the knights can come in from the top, won't be distracted. We do have wisps here against the inner fire. That's nice. Stormwell on the Demon Hunter, though. There's no TP, only a staff. Needs to use it soon. Mountain King dropping down to 50%. Heal score used to keep him safe. Knights pretty much surround the first mountain giant. Look at this damage. These mountain giants have hardened skin. Doesn't look like it. And now the staff was used already. Demon Hunter dies, and so does Colorful. GG again. 1-0 lead for the underdog, and the favorite keeps his nerves together and ties it up and wins the series. Infi in the winner bracket final of Group C.
Quite the different performances there between the maps. The first one was a real shock for all the Infi fans. On Turtle Rock, he had no chance. But then on Terrana stand with the MK expansion and on Concealed with the AM expansion, Infi looking really good. And Colorful, on the deciding map, he tries to put his trust in his most beloved hero, the Demon Hunter. But that hero is so limited in his aggressive potential, in his pick-off potential. I don't know, man. On AZ, I can get it behind it, sort of. But on Concealed Hill, I think Keeper is the much better choice. But I guess, well, he tried with the hero today. Didn't work out. Colorful is still going to have a chance in the lower brackets, where he's going to be meeting a Night Elf.
Yeah, I really like when players develop their style and have player-specific strength, and that is definitely the Demon Hunter for Colorful. Didn't work out, as we can see in the highlights. The first Wisp being sniped. That's also such a big deal. I think it happened here already, so no detonate, and then lore cancelled in the bottom left. There were so many Moonworlds gone already. and the one he rebuilt get killed as well. This was just smoothest sailing for Infi after the 4 to 5 minute mark.
Yeah, great game by him. And usually it's very likely that Infi goes for that fast expansion. And if the keeper shows up there with level 2 and treants, it can be so painful for the human. And then the follow-up can come in with the Naga, maybe a counter expansion. But Colorful trusting in his Demon Hunter. I wonder if he's going to be doing that again, if it should come to a rematch. But Colorful didn't sound too confident in his group stage. Is this once again Colorful failing at WGL? We've been seeing it plenty of times before. Not too unlikely, I suppose. I mean, Group C is just crazy stacked.
It's the group of death this time, for sure. But of course, it's the highest echelon of Warcraft 3 competition, so there's gonna be tough groups. Infi, the champion, makes it into the winner bracket, and we have the winner interview coming up. And afterwards, it's time for the GOAT against the first Western representative. Moon versus Foggy. This is a Night Elf mirror that no one really will complain about.
Yeah, two of the strongest Night Elves in the world. Moon, the legend, the 5th race, and Foggy, one of his biggest fans, actually. It's always tough in that kind of a game to put your respect aside and play with a lot of confidence. I wonder if Foggy's going to be able to do it today.
This was a WGL Grand Final once. Moon took it, of course. Foggy's 2nd silver medal, Moon's 1st title. It's been some time though. That was the Keeper meta days. Still some PTSD, to be honest. Whenever I see a Keeper in some Entangle, ooh, not feeling good.
That game on Northern Isles in the Grand Final, still remember, where he was dropping glaives behind buildings. It was a base race and mountain giants taunting. It was completely insane.
That was great.
That was the one map that Foggy won, but Moon there definitely the strongest player in the tournament. And yeah, Night Elf was certainly looking pretty good there in 1.30.
Thanks, Mr. Matt Morris, for that. Thank God. These days are over. Curious what Infi has to say about this. He's gonna be on the stage, as all the Chinese players are here in Shanghai. I heard he really wanted to play from home, but the organizers didn't allow that. Yeah, last WGL, everyone was still locked in, and everything was played from home, and Infi took that championship.
Pretty practice, of course, for Infi here. He's only having to face Night Elves, a matchup that he's always been great in. Especially against Foggy. There were so many years where he just ruined Foggy's dreams in so many tournaments. He was absolutely his kryptonite. It at times even sounded like there was a bit of animosity going on. Here we have him now, Infi on the stage.
Right, we have Wong and Vangolia around to help us with the translations, but this might take a little. So we will translate as soon as we can.
我看到有一个这个场景，就是你在一开场不久的时候，在左侧的这个商店啊，是连拍了两双鞋。当时我们观众还有解说都比较这个惊讶，因为鞋还挺贵的。你到底是想好了这样买呢，还是误操作，还是怎样？
当时这个鞋刚刚刷新还是没刷新，我不是很确定。当时后面有 Warden 在追，所以我就疯狂在 S 就多买了一双，这个也是比较正常的吧。其实第一盘我觉得我还是要。
First question is Infi, you lost the first map to the high-level Warden. You bought the Boots of Speed twice. Infi, was that a mistake?
我其实已经可以退了，我后面坚持了那么久，我觉得大家都要为我点赞。
就是一反你以前的常态了，是吧？看来这个英菲也是知道自己的这个长处短处各在哪里啊。OK， 第二个问题就是，你现在已经赢了嘛？但是后面还是要面对一个暗夜精灵。这个小组除了你全是暗夜，掉进了暗夜窝里啊。对你来说，你觉得这个是个好事还是
？Warden is coming in. I'm super nervous, so I keep on clicking the boots. So yeah, it was a mistake, but he says it wasn't too bad on the first map because the opening was so bad already, and then yeah, there was nothing to do basically.
好，最后一个问题是来自于这个微博的热心粉丝啊，但是这个粉丝问的问题有点太私密了，两口子家里的事儿，能问吗？
没事，
可以啊。好
Second question is, Infi, your group is all night elves. What do you think?
我两个人谁负责洗衣服？
And he says, oh, yeah, people say
不洗衣服啊。
this is the group of death, but it's good for me.
那谁做饭？
I only have to prepare one matchup.
我跟梁老师的家庭里面没有这个环节，
也没这个环节。
So that's fine.
还是叫外卖？
爸爸妈妈做，
然后
有的时候也叫外卖。
那最后一个问题其实也有答案了，谁当家？你们俩也不当家，钱都上交了是吧？
那这个是有的，
这个是有的，
绝对是老婆当家
啊，老婆当家。好了，我懂了。这个职业选手呢，就是需要家里人给自己的生活上照料的可能要更周到一点啊，因为他要花更多的精力在这个。
The fans are
感
asking.
谢英飞接受我们采访，希望你后面的比赛继续加油。谢谢。好，那么接下来我们马上就要进入到我们 C 组的第2场。
Who does the cleaning at home? Is it you or is it your wife? And he says, oh, it's my mother, but my wife is the boss. Man, Infi was in a really good mood in that interview. Laughing with the BBC on stage. Rare to see, cool to see. And we love Mr. Aragon Wong of Gornland Harbor with the super quick translation, man. You are doing an amazing job. And you guys out there, you wonderful people here on the home screens, you keep on supporting us. During the games, we have the alerts off to keep it clean. It's the Warcraft 3 World Championship after all, and we don't want to be bothered with the sub and follow alerts. So we take the time after the best of 3 to thank you for providing us with your subs, your money, your support. It started nearly an hour ago. Just Nikos with a tier 1 sub. Jenny Prenzelberg for 50 month already. Greetings to Berlin. 50 a month, I mean, goddamn! Those WGL broadcasts are always my absolute B2W highlight. Keep it up. Love you guys. Less than 3. Jenny, you're the greatest. Thank you, New Hero, our main mod and main admin. 25 month already. Big shout out. Link Lambeau for the 2-month resub. B2W less than 3. TwomX Crooksy. Let's go 4G. Testy test 123 with the almost 2-year resub. No Nut November is finally over. Back to business with us. Nice. Kai Katze for 53 month and Andrew Lange for 3 month. No, Kai Katze for 53. Andrew Lange for 3 months. Thank you very much for the support. We, of course, reliant on your subs, your donations. You'll find all the links in this About section of the stream. So, in this little break, take a look. Hit the follow buttons on our social. Spread the word about WGL Winter. Our next match is gonna be hype. It's Moon versus Foggy.